Hey everybody, welcome to another World of Tanks replay, this one again in the Bulldog, but I've ended up on Himmelsdorf. Now, conventional wisdom states that light tanks are pretty much useless on city maps, particularly this city map, which is very, very laney. There's not that many things that most light tank drivers do, except go hill and die in one or two shots. But that's not necessarily true. First of all, I've got a good setup. It's a tier 8 match, and just over half of the enemy team are below tier 8 6s and 7s. Most of the enemy team lacks armor, and in fact a lot of them lack alpha as well. So this is really, really the best kind of setup I could ask for. Now both teams are pretty bad, but on the whole the enemy team does have slightly better players on average. So I'm going to have to really do everything I can to give this one to my team. I decided to head up the hill, even though it's the riskiest option, just so I can sit here and do this, get quick shots into whatever comes up first. Now, my reflexes there were a little wonky, and it let the Chasseur de Char get a shot into me, and you can see me whiffing shots off the dirt pile here. But as long as I keep moving, I should be okay. I've still got this ELC here to act as a distraction. It also helps that our Cromwell has zipped around the back, suicided straight into all those enemy tanks, and for now the turrets are pointed the wrong way. Particularly the Chasseur de Char, who is the most dangerous thing up here, and who I would very much like to make dead. As I do take shots, I pull back into cover, I bait him around the corner and get a lucky shot into his track. I did not expect anything out of that, but I'm very glad it did track him. However, with the arrival of the T-34, there's really no point staying up here. It would be suicide to try and defend the hill, and so I book it back down the hill and out of here as quickly as I can, taking shots as I go. You've got to know when to fold them. Of course, the enemy are going to chase me down the hill. The Chasseur de Char is one shot. If I can get a shot into him, it will take him out of the game, and so that's why I stop here and back up around the corner. I want to bag him, and I expect him to chase me. No sign, though. Oh god, it's because he went the other way. The T-34 is chasing me, and I cannot easily deal with that. I hang a right here before he has a straight line of sight on me, and then quickly think, well, the last thing he'd expect me to do is go straight back up on the hill. So that's exactly what I do. In any case, there's no point going heavy alley, it's crowded at the moment, and it's just a single Tiger 2 there. Looks like our team have got it in hand, and there's no point going to the west because, well, there's no point. I may as well just deal with this stuff up here first, and oh look, the enemy Sherman Jumbo is completely oblivious. Looks like he's trying to shoot at the IS and the IS-6 along the street to my left, and it costs him dearly. The Cheeto was last seen up here, may well still be up here, but it seems the AMX is gone. Sure enough, the Cheeto is here, and he begins firing back at me. This was a little closer than I would have liked, and I'm very lucky he didn't ammo rack me here. As I've said before, the Bulldog has a very, 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 very vulnerable ammo rack, particularly to high rate of fire guns like that. But I do get away with it, I do finish him off, and I'm left with a paltry 137 hit points. Will it be enough to carry the game? Well, we'll have to find out. The hill's clear though, and the enemy are moving into our base to try and cap. In fact, they're a little scattered. The Tiger 2 still coming down heavy alley, chasing the IS-6 who's trying to get a reset. They have two heavies on our cap, the KV-85 and the T-34, and then Type 59s kicked out west, covering them from the western approach and trying to kill our Crusader SP. I do get lit, but I get quick shots off. One goes into the KV-85 who backs up. He's still broadside to me, and so as the Panther charges in attracting their fire, I begin working on this KV and finish him off. I have to quickly make up my mind what I'm going to do here. I don't want to throw away my hit points if I can get the Panther to take the hits for me instead. So I hang a right, and then a left, and head back towards Heavy Alley, hoping to catch up the Tiger 2, who was no doubt heading in to try and finish the Panther off and save his teammates. Sure enough, there he is. He's one-shottable. I quickly back up and am able to bag him before he moves around the corner and out of my sight. Things are looking a little bit more even now. The Type 59's still got most of his hit points. I really do not want to get involved with him right now. However, the enemy arty is repositioning, so I don't have to worry about him. And the T-34 is no doubt going to be caught up dealing with the Panther 2 in a moment. I just have to wait for him to engage. Sure enough, he's not paying attention to me, and I'm able to roll out and begin firing on him. Down he goes. With our cap now safe, our ISU is getting sandwiched by the enemy GW Panther and the Type 59. I didn't expect him to survive, but he actually did manage to take out the arty and then somehow avoid getting killed by the 59. And I've got to hand it to him, that probably was what won us the game. Had he gone down, I'm not sure I would have been able to take all of the 59's hit points off, especially since it probably would have come from me next. Panther 2 comes in as well, and right as the ISU is about to die, begins firing on the 59. Down he goes. A nice, solid game on Himmelsdorf in a light tank. Did I get to do much spotting? Not really. Did I get to use my gun? Oh yes. That's quite a lot of shooting. Now of course you're always better off in a medium or a heavy on a sitting map, but light tanks can still be quite effective. You just have to use your mobility. You don't have armor, so you can't rely on bouncing shots. You can occasionally afford to give away hit points if you know it's a good trade. For instance, my fight with that Chasseur de Char, I knew I could probably get away with it. And in any case, the situation was good enough that I could easily pull myself out of the fight and just run away if he started winning the hit point battle. Had I been face to face with that Type 59, things would have been very different. I would have been in deep shit. But as long as you have a lot of different little side alleys and clear approaches to deal with, and you have a fast tank with a quick firing accurate gun like the Bulldog, you're going to have a pretty good time on a city map. You just have to hope that RNG's on your side and the enemy tanks are paying attention to all the wrong people. The fact that pubbies would usually rather shoot at bigger tanks than a little light that's pissing around behind them is a huge help. You can peck someone to death without them even firing at you because they think that the medium that's done maybe 2 shots worth of damage to them is more of a threat than the tank that's actually killing them. You also have to have some idea where you can bait pubbies around corners and how you can try and confuse them. For instance, with that T-34, I wanted to bait him down towards our cap and then buck off back up the hill so I could come up from behind him again once I dealt with whatever else was up there. At no point when I was on the hill was I really considering going for the enemy cap. I knew I was going to have to come back and defend ours. I just wanted to clear it out and then come in from our own side of the map. And I wasn't sure if I'd catch something in the side. As it happens, I did, and I was able to take out that KV-85 without really exposing myself to too much danger there. Overall, a good demonstration of what the Bulldog's capable of when it's given a good setup and played carefully. I'm pretty happy with my performance in this game. I think this is probably one of the best light tank games I've had in a very, very long time, and I think this was my highest XP game in the Bulldog. So there's certainly that. In any case, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as ever, I'll see you on the next one.